friend Roger Christopherson here again with another First Listen review. This is the place where you come to if you want to listen to somebody babble about some music that they love, and this is one band that I really do like a lot. Love is a very strong word, so maybe we won't go there, but it is Angra that we're talking about, and it is their new album called Cycles of Pain. If you guys are not familiar with Angra, well, you should be, and if you're not, though, they've always been labeled as a power metal band, but I think they're a little bit more than that, especially on this album. Actually, this might be the most progressive I think I've ever heard them sound. 10th album, they've been around for like 30 years now. Only one original member in the band at this point, that's Raphael Bittencourt, who does the guitars, keys, and vocals. He gets co-lead vocal credit for a little bit now, but they actually have an amazing singer by the name of Fabio Leone, who he's been involved in a lot of different stuff. So most probably notably Rhapsody of Fire, or Rhapsody, or whatever it was called at that point in time. And he's not even the newest guy of the band. They got Bruno Valverde on drums, who's been with them since 2014. Marcelo Barbosa on guitars, joined in 2015, and Felipe Andreoli, who joined them in 2001. So they've gone through a lot of different members. Third vocalist. Some people may know the name Kiko Loureiro. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, but he is the guitar player that's been playing with Megadeth for a while now. He was actually in the band for a few years, early on, like 92 to 2015. And Andre Matos, or however you say his name, unfortunately has passed away. He was their lead vocalist, their first one. And they had Edu Felici, or Felici? I never say that name right. That's anybody who knows or listens to this channel knows I never get names right. So anyway, so they've got their third vocalist with them, and he actually has been with the band like 10 years now, but this is the third album he's done with them since then. And the thing I think I like about Angra the most is they're Brazilian based, although Fabio is actually Italian, is that they don't shy away from their Brazilian roots, and they incorporate some of that into their playing. And there's a couple songs on this one that actually really emphasize that. The most notable one is track number 6 called Vida Seca. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but really super cool song. That one's definitely worth the price of admission alone. But this album, they really isn't a whole lot of power metal going on at all. I would label this as like an extremely progressive album. It was a lot of stuff going on, especially between the keys and guitars, and Fabio just is an amazing singer. Although, the first part of the half of the album's got the heavier stuff going on. Actually, there's a couple faster songs at the beginning of this, and heavy songs. Like Dead Man on Display is actually like heavy, and the first couple of those, at points in time, I'm like thinking of like early like Dragon Force type stuff. They're just really fast, and power metal's known for doing that type of stuff, and the sing-along choruses. But then things start to change a little bit, and actually, funny enough, that the song Tide of Changes has two parts to it, and that where it starts getting a little bit more progressive, and they're experimenting with a little more different styles of arrangement, and just different tempos, and different moods and different styles of singing. With Fabio, he was with Chris Cafferty in that project he did under Frontiers. I think it was called Restless Spirits now. Spirits of Fire? Jeez, I can't remember now. Ripper Owens was in originally, and then Fabio took over. And I tell you, when I first heard that, I didn't even know it was Fabio singing, because he had a very, growly, raspy, strong singing voice that I'd never heard him sing with before, and he actually brings that out a little bit on this album too. And the actual song Cycles of Pain, the title track on here, is probably the mellowest song of all, and every song from that point on is actually a lot different from anything they've ever really done before. In fact, Faithless Sanctuary is where he really gets that singing style different, but the rhythm that they use in that one is kind of like a mid-tempo-y type thing that I've never really heard him do before. I can't really explain it too well. He's definitely worth checking out, though. And the funny thing is, I'm listening to it. I wasn't really paying much attention to the credits of the album. As soon as I heard the singing in the last song, "Tears of Blood," I was like, "That sounds like Amanda Somerville." And I looked, and sure enough, it was. And that's like an epic, almost operatic style type. I don't know, story, and just a really, I don't know, a lot of different. It was just operatic. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it tells a story, and it's very dramatic and cinematic all at the same time, orally. So it was kind of a cool thing to listen to. Actually, a really cool album. I would rank this up there as one of my favorite ones they've done. I've been listening to these guys since the very early days, and I've always really liked them. And this one, sometimes when bands stick to the same thing, it's cool. You know what you're gonna get. You get that with this one as well, but they give you a little bit more. They switch things up a little bit on this one, and I actually really dig it. So, yeah, as always, I welcome anybody to share what they have to say about this band, if they're familiar with them at all, or like, there's so many like side bands that these guys are involved in because they've had so many different members, and Fabio's been involved in so much different stuff. But if you like his singing, there's a ton of his stuff out there to check out as well. All pretty cool. So like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and we'll see you on the next one. See you.